The third South-to-South Learning Workshops are a range of experts and practitioners from South Asian countries come together to find solutions to making transport sector more sustainable and resilient to geohazard risk in South Asian region. The workshop was organised in the island nation of New Zealand. New Zealand is exposed to a range of geohazards and has successfully built resilience to counter these hazards. To see some of New Zealand's practices on geohazard risk management, we visited two technically challenging key road projects in New Zealand's earthquake-prone areas. Transmission Gully, a major road network of the Wellington Northern Corridor, is being built to provide an additional connectivity between Wellington and the central North Island. The 27-kilometre four-lane motorway will follow a major fault line and requires large-scale earthworks and construction of a number of new bridges along the route.
Project overall, the challenges have been the terrain, the topography, the types of geology that we're dealing with, and also the seismic considerations. The lizards are actually culturally significant to Māori. They represent their ancestors, and so when we re-released them back into their newly created habitat, we had both the iwi from the Kapiti Coast and Ngāti Toa as well. So as much as possible we do actually involve the iwi as our cultural partners.
It's a historically and culturally very significant spot. It is we're talking about the Manawatu Gorge. The risk is classified as extreme. Basically, we've just had enough, so we said we need a new road. And the new road, rather than going through here, will go there.
For the Manawatu Gorge State Highway 3 project, the safest and the most resilient route option was selected from a range of alternate route options that were assessed carefully for potential hazard risk, efficiency, accessibility, safety, social and environmental impact. Upon completion, the route will connect Manawatu District, Hawke's Bay and Northern Wairarapa.
We engage with local community regularly. We have public information sessions where all our experts come out and people can ask questions and hopefully get all the answers they need.
The team visited GNS Science to see how science is translated for the benefit of people and for a safer New Zealand. At GNS, the members learnt about New Zealand's geological monitoring system, GeoNet.
And that's where
at the 24/7 Geohazards Monitoring Centre, the members saw how the centre monitors real-time data from 600 monitoring stations across New Zealand. These stations track earthquakes, landslides, volcanic and tsunami events. The centre analyses hazard information and impacts and alerts governments and stakeholders. GNS Science has developed landslide models to evaluate the risk and impact of landslides. These models predict the location and approximate size of landslides and distance that landslides would travel.
Now this is pretty cool because we can use this to look for potential earthquake-induced landslides elsewhere by looking at where the faults are.
RiskScape, a risk evaluation tool developed at GNS, evaluates different hazard risks, including landslides and their impact on New Zealand's lifelines and infrastructure. Field-inspected asset and vulnerability data is plugged into RiskScape to help plan emergency response, land use planning and reinsurance policy. Risk modelling frameworks at GNS process hazard scenarios and asset information to estimate asset damage and lifeline impact. The frameworks are being used in the Wellington Business Lifeline Case project.
Monitoring the road.
In a presentation by the European Space Agency, the members were informed of the immense potential of satellite Earth observation and remote sensing technology in monitoring of slow movement of high-risk slopes. Presentation about natural hazard platform initiatives by Auckland University also gave some useful insights.
I'm really impressed to see the resilience achieved by New Zealand in response to the geohazards such as earthquakes and landslides.
The sort of feedback was the fact that we're designing resilience into the projects right from the start. And going with that is the fact that we're willing to consider lots of different scenarios, lots of different options.
Asset management is the start on a journey to make a network more resilient.
Our default position is to make data open, and therefore with that you can pull in information from other areas.
So good luck with your asset management journey and good luck also with your resilience improvements on your networks.